Hi guys, today I'm going to teach you the way that I solve the 2x2. It's a mixture of a couple of methods. It's not COLL, technically it's still Friedrich, but I'm going to show you the only algorithms you need, and hopefully in a quick and concise way. Okay, so let's scramble it first. I know this isn't the usual colour scheme for a 2x2, but the one you want to have is quite an old landline one which moves not very well at all, whereas this moves quite well. So I hope that that doesn't make it any harder to understand. Okay, so there's a scrambled cube. The first thing we're going to do is try and match up two pieces on one side, or have a look to see if there's any two matched up. On this case, there are not. So what you're going to do is just look for the quickest way in your inspection to match up two pieces. The way I'm going to do it is match up this one and this one. There's one, and then simply fill in. You have a choice of two. You can either fill in the yellow side or fill in the purple side. So this is just basically corner placement. So if you hold it on the left like you would in the beginner's method, and then you'll notice there's a corner here, just get it in line with where it should go and do the usual algorithm to put it in. So that's 3, here's the fourth, you can see already, and that's simply that, and you've already got your first side. Next up, you've got to try and work out what the top colour is, and if you can't work it out with knowing your colour scheme, then simply have a quick look around to see which colour is on all 4 pieces. On this one it's red, and now you're going to need to do OLL. You are going to need to know all 7 basic OLL algorithms. If you don't know what I mean by that, it's the 7 that you need to know in 2-look OLL once you've made the cross. I'll show examples of all 7 after this solve, just so you can see each of the cases if you don't know them and learn them through that. For this one, you can see it's where we have 1 facing up and the other 3 are on the right of their corner, looking down. And this is the soon. There you go. Now you've got all 4 facing up, and if you've got a different algorithm, you'll have the same. And now you will only have one of 2 cases. So you only need to know a total of 9 algorithms to do this method. One case is that you will have two pieces next to each other correctly. The other one is where none will be next to each other correctly, and I'll show you an example of that in a minute. So for this one you need to know the T permutation, which I will put here, and also I'll put it in the description. So let's just do that and finish off this solve. And if you've recognised it without adjusting the U face correctly, then you'll end up with this, and simply turn until you've got it solved. So that if that did seem long-winded, I'll do another couple just to show you before I go into the algorithms exactly. Okay, so here's the second one. We've got none next to each other again, so and that's 2. Let's get that one out and put them in. The other one's in as well. There we go, that's 2. Now we have another OLL case. This is where the headlight's there and the other 2 are on the top and the bottom. Just do this as though it's 3x3 algorithms. There we go, and again it's the T-perm one because there's 2 next to each other. Now, because that was T-perm again, I'll show you what it will look like if it's the other one. And it is the Y-perm. Now, if you can see that none are next to each other correctly, then you know it's the Y-perm, and you can do it on absolutely any QB and it will solve it, and then you just got to adjust the U face. So for the PLL you'll only need the T-perm or the Y-perm. Okay, so the 7 OLLs that you need to know. The first is the soon, which I showed you before. The second is this, it's called the anti-soon. I do it differently. I'll put in the description how I do it. I do it so that I can do it with my left hand instead of doing the soon backwards. The recognition for this case is where there's 1 up, but the colours are on the left of their corners this time instead of the right. Okay, so this is the third one. It's where you have two up correctly diagonally from each other, and the other 2 should be facing you. Hold them with them technically facing you, and then 1 at the front, the other one on the pointing out to the right. And this is the most fiddly to do on a 2x2, but you should know it from your 3x3 knowledge. Okay, here's the fourth one. This is the one I got in the second solve. Okay, here's the fifth one. This is technically headlamps. If that was too fast for you, I'll put it in the description. Okay, this is the sixth one. So where there's headlamps on either side, get one facing you, and then do this move. Again, it'll be in the description if that was too fast. Okay, and this is the final one. It's where you got two up and then one on the top and the bottom on the right. Make sure they're on the right, and then do these moves. They'll all be in the description corresponding with their number. So, there we have it. 9 algorithms to learn. Most of them you should already know. If you don't, then just look them up or follow this guide for them. And follow this method for what I find the easiest and quickest to learn method out there. It's a lot quicker than beginners, and it's a way of doing it without having to know full PLL or anything on a cube. You can still do it with really fast times. You can get very lucky sometimes and have the top completely done when you finish placing your corners. A lot of the time you will have your you won't need to do a PLL because the OLL will be the final stage. And same with the OLL, you might have the OLL already done once you put the corners in, you only have to do a PLL. So it's almost only a 2-stage and sometimes a 3-stage process. Okay, I hope this makes you get faster times, and please like, subscribe, and happy cubing.